It's our pleasure to welcome you here this evening. We thank you for joining us today for the launch of the book titled Birds of Coimbatore during Coimbatore Villa's 13th edition. We would like to invite Dr. Aishwarya Arjun, immediate past chair YI Coimbatore, to welcome the gathering.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries present this evening. Our beloved authors, Mr. Pavendran, Balaji and Prakash sir, Mr. Ganesh, CI Chairman, Dr. Krishnaraj Vanavrayar, Chairman Bhartiyar Vidya Bhavan, Mr. Ganesh, District Forest Officer, Dr. Pramod, Principal Scientist SACON, Mr. Bhupati, WWF, and Mr. Selvaraj, President of the Nature Society. Starting from January 2nd, we celebrated Coimbatore's strengths, uniqueness, and culture over 100 events spread over 10 days. Staying mindful of the pandemic, the 13th edition of Villa was largely virtual. Unhindered by the constraints of the events conducted physically, this year the Coimbatore Villa witnessed participation from all across the globe, celebrating the spirit of Coimbatorians world over. This year, the theme for our villa was hope, resilience, and gratitude, and all our events were centered around the same. The launch of Coimbatore Villa at the ESI Hospital was with a flower shower, and this was our way of showing our gratitude to all our COVID warriors who saw us through these trying past couple of months. Lighting of the iconic monuments across the city, like we see outside in PSG, signified hope and positivity in our city. The fact that over 100 partnering organizations came forward to participate with us and celebrate the villa with us through these tough times showed the city's resilience. It gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to the launch of the second edition of The Birds of Coimbatore. The book was first launched during 2016, also during the Villa celebrations. And what a wingspan the book had. The primary objective of YI being associated with this first edition was to showcase the natural wealth and biodiversity around the Coimbatore region to our citizens. There was an overwhelming response to the book, rave reviews, not just for bird watchers, but by people from different walks of life. We received several requests for copies of the book, and little did we expect that we'd soar so high. The book was sold out in no time. We are happy to associate with Coimbatore Nature Society again for this project. 5 years of immersive experience and their immense field knowledge of these winged wonders shows through the updated content in this book. The book indeed has fine feathers, I must say, as we use the best quality material and printing technology thanks to our printers, Ace Data. Birds of Coimbatore was a first in many ways. The first to have focused on documenting the birds of a district in India. It has inspired works from other cities such as Birds of Indore, Birds of Chhattisgarh, and several other books in this field. We hope that the second edition is a trendsetter as well. I hope you will all enjoy the book as much as we did putting the book together. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. See, my name is put in the third place in the author's place. That is actually right, I should say that, because Pavindan sir and Balaji did a tremendous job, and I supported them very less only, actually, this time, due to some official commitments and all. And see, my portion was basically into photograph selection and icon creation. The habitat we have decided this time, there are 2 new features we decided to introduce. In fact, I should thank Dr. Aishwarya for that, because she only came with this idea of bringing the QR code. By scanning the QR code, it will go to the very known website called Xenocanto. So each bird has a QR code. The QR code, if you scan the QR code through your mobile QR code scanner, it will go to the Xenocanto website from where you can listen the call of the bird. That feature has been added to attract the generation of Z. Actually, Z generation, now they are all into mobiles. So they don't even use actually laptops, I think so, nowadays. So for them, actually, to attract them, we have decided to do that. And one more thing is to mention the habitat visually. It is mentioning the habitat like grassland or anything, wetland and all these stuff in the descriptive manner. It will not be very catchy, or it will not go to the people's mind. So instead, actually, we want to do some pictorial representation for that. So we have decided to do an icon actually for that. So for each habitat, we have mentioned in icon, and we have given the explanation for the icons and everything. So another big part is photo selection. In my portion is the photo selection. It was really actually uphill task, I should say, because the lot of photographs we have received from a lot of people. Nearly 48 photographers have contributed, but still, actually, the way we look at is first the quality, dimension, and one more thing is the ID pointers. So when you look at the bird, actually it should reflect the ID pointers, the angle, actually how the photo was taken, whether it is revealing all the ID pointers or not. Actually, in that way only we have selected most of the photographs. So that is a challenge in front of us. So that it was quite challenging, and many good photographs. You people can even, if I am a photo contributor, I can easily say that actually why my photograph is not got selected, actually I can say. But in this angle, if you look at it, definitely a lot of good photographs were eliminated on this basis only. So first of all, I should thank the photographers. They keep on sending other options for us to complete it in time. So all the rest, Balaji will carry over. Thank you.
So just to formally thank from our end, before we look into the look and feel of the book. Of course, most of you would have already looked at the physical book. So our sincere thanks to Dr. Aishwarya for making this happen and constantly encouraging, and the other YA team, the complete YA team. And to our CNS President, Mr. Selvaraj, and the EC members behind it in supporting us and encouraging us. And of course, the designer was not here, unfortunately, so he has to travel. So our sincere thanks to him. And also to our printers, Yes Data, who did it in record time, who were also very kind enough to add a few more additions to the book's look and feel. So the next slide. So this is the cover of the new book. So the cover actually represents what I would say is the colorful nature of the birds around us. This is an Indian white-eye. And on the back of it, we have representation from various aspects of the bird life. The next slide. Yeah. So this is the entire cover. So this is the book that it will be in your hands soon. Next. So from here onwards, how exactly the book is arranged and looked at, I request Mr. Balaji to tell you on what basis the book is arranged and how exactly it looks. Thank you.
Yeah, so scanning the QR code will take you to a page like this, where you can see both the distribution of the bird and also how the call you can play the call of the bird by visiting the QR code. Next slide, please. So this is a very renowned page called Zenocanto, which is a compilation of all the bird calls in the world. So we have the QR code points to this website. Next slide, please. Yeah, so the other way, actually, the book is also organized in orders. For example, there will be like one page inside the book which look like this. So you can the birds are organized by their, you can say, families. So if you want to look at ducks, you can, you know where to look at. If you want to look at cuckoos, you know where to look at, so on and so forth. So it will be easy to locate the birds. This was a feature which was absent in the first edition. So in addition to this, we have listed about 40 hotspots in Coimbatore district, because this was one feature which we felt was really lacking in most of the field guides, because people get interested about birds, but then they don't know where to see these birds. So in the last edition, I think we had listed about 15 or 20 hotspots. This time we had increased that number to 40 hotspots. And each of the hotspots listed in this book are listed along with their GPS locations. So people can put it into their Google Maps and reach that place and enjoy the birds there. So the hotspot location gives a brief description about each of the location, what kind of birds, what is the kind of habitat, what are the major kind of birds that were seen in that particular hotspot, so, and how to reach there. So it's a very comprehensive hotspot list that we have compiled. And I think even for the non-birders, I think a lot of people will love the section on an introduction to Coimbatore. So this was penned by Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanarayar, and it was wonderful introduction, which starts from the prehistorical times, which covers the history of Coimbatore right from the prehistorical times to the present time. And within that short 4 or 5 pages, compressing that synthesizing all that information, compressing and presenting it, that is something which is like, which is a section which I think a lot of Coimbatореans will really enjoy. Even if you don't enjoy the rest of the book, this is something that you can't miss. Next slide, please. Yeah, so again, I think we thank Dr. Pramod for penning an excellent foreword for the book. It was a big pillar of support for CNS right from its inception. So thank you very much, sir. And Anvardhan, sir, Assistant Chief Conservator of Forests, Coimbatore Division, he couldn't be with us today. But he has given us a very actionable foreword for this book. We thank him for that. And actually, this book wouldn't have been possible without the entire CNS family and their, should I say, our weekly birding trips spanning over little over 9 years now. So these are a compilation of group pictures taken during various occasions on the Sunday birding trips around Coimbatore district. So thank you so much for a very patient listening. Mr. Mr. Pavendran sir wants to add a little bit. Yeah.
And we would like to thank our the technical team. So I'm just mentioning their name. Of course, we have a proper way of honoring them. So it starts with our President, Mr. P.R. Selvaraj, Sahitya Selvaraj, Mr. Soundarraj, and Mr. Vijay Kumar Ramurthy, and Dr. Laya, Nishant, Dr. Sulochana, and Srinivas Rao, of course, our Gandhi, so Suresh Babu. So this is our team that spent time along with us in completing the book. So I just wanted to mention their names. Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir. And one more important people that we have forgotten to thank are also the photographers who contributed their images. So there are about 48 photographers. So it will be very difficult to mention each of them by name for want of time. So I'd take this as occasion to thank each and every one of them for selflessly contributing the images. We have been bothering them, going back and forth, asking for higher resolution, alternate images. And so they have been very patient and very, we are very grateful for each and every one of those photographers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pavendran, Mr. Balaji, and Mr. Prakash for your insights on the book. It is great to know that the book was conceptualized in just 100 days and completed as well. And also the use of technology that the QR codes can actually show us we can hear to the bird sounds. It's amazing to know that the Coimbatore district has 409 birds, different species. It's a lot of information to hold on to. I'm sure we're all eagerly waiting to get a copy of the book and looking forward to get all these interesting facts on the birds of this region. We welcome the dignitaries to the dais to unveil the Birds of Coimbatore book. I welcome Dr. B.K. Krishnarajavannavarayar, Chairman, Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Dr. Pramod, Principal Scientist, SACON, Mr. Bhuminathan, WWF, Mr. Ganesh, Chairman, CII, Mr. Vidya Prakash, Chairman, Coimbatore Pioneer Fertilizers,
As chairman of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavrayar remains committed to preserve and propagate the ancient wisdom of India. He takes active part in the promotion of the cultural heritage of India for upholding peace and harmony among various religions and cultural groups. In recognition of his contribution to the field of education, Dr. Vanavrayar was nominated to the Syndicate of Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore, which he served with distinction. As the city celebrates its 13th edition of Coimbatore Villa, who better can grace this occasion than Ayya, who is ingrained with the very fabric that drives this city, its heritage, culture, and people. We are very glad to have you with us, Ayya. We request you to address the gathering.
Thank you, young Indians, for giving me this opportunity. This concept of Kovai Villa is a unique one. We should know the region where we are living, its uniqueness and greatness. But invariably we take it for granted and we never get to know enough. So this 10 days celebration gives us some idea about Coimbatore. There's a lot to talk about Coimbatore. That may be for another day. This place is known for its initiative and entrepreneurship. Without a single central government project, this place has made it to the top. There is no public sector undertaking here. It's all because of the initiative of the local residents. Coimbatore is what it is today. And at this happy occasion, we need to recall all those great men and women who made Coimbatore what it is. In fact, that will be an assignment for younger Indians for future. You have collected 409 birds. But you have missed out 409 great men of Coimbatore. So why don't you do that also? So many great legends who built up this place. And one such thing is the PSG itself. I was just talking to my good friend. I'm happy to see my friend here. Mr. Vidya Prakash and myself, we started our schooling on a single day. Holding hands with each other, we walked into the play school. And still we are getting along. And he is still the fastest driver in Coimbatore, you know. I don't know how you can do that. So coming back to the point, every resident should know the place he lives. Then the region, then ultimately the nation. A mention was made about the role of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. That is precisely the idea. Every citizen of a country should have a pride for its country and its culture and civilization. As far as India is concerned, you all know the uniqueness of the Bharatiya culture. There is no culture on earth equal to this. Some nations have overtaken us as far as technology is concerned, research is concerned, commerce is concerned. But when it comes to culture, this is easily the capital of the world. That again for another day, not today. But I'm sad that in a present day education, the children are not told about their country. There is so much to talk. Virtually in all fields. People think only in spirituality and philosophy India is great. No. On science and technology, medicine, astronomy, astrology, in various fields, India is way ahead of other countries of the world. But somehow we never spoke about it. And we never told our children about it. So this idea of Coimbatore Villa, in a way, gives us an opportunity to get to know a little bit about our place. And when you entrust anything to the young people, they always do a good job. You're also young, sir. You're also. You're a young Indian, is it? Huh? Oh, you're a CIA. When anything is entrusted to the youth, they always do a good job. And I'm going to give you a book at the end of this meeting. Copy to every one of you. It's not as big as this. And how much is this is priced at? 1,000. I'm going to give you a book for 5 rupees. You don't have to pay for it, but you have to read it. That's all. You read the book and the rest will take care of itself. It is the famous address of Swami Vivekananda at Chicago in 1893, September 11th. That book I'm going to give to all of you. Will you all read it? Yes. Young and old, including Dr. Nandagopal. All should read it. Then you will get to know what this sacred land is all about. When the man went and stood there to speak, he was supposed to have spoken at 10:30 in the morning. But every time Vivekananda's name was called out, he says later, later, later. Ultimately it is 5 o'clock. He's going to be the last speaker. And then the organizers said, now or never, would you like to speak or not? Reluctantly he came and stood there because that was the first time he was speaking, giving a public talk. In parlor meetings, yes, in conversations. But in a public meeting, he has never spoken before. Then he closed his eyes before he spoke. And he never had any preparation, no notes, nothing. Then he could see the past of the glorious past of India all reeling, right from Veda Vyasa onwards. Then he spoke for 7-8 minutes. The famous Chicago address, don't think it is for hours. In that one little single meeting, which spanned, as I told you, 6-7 minutes, it became a world-renowned person. And next day, all newspapers in America mentioned about Vivekananda. And then he spoke on 4 occasions in that very meeting. At that time, he was a youth. Point is that. He lived only for 39 years. And when he spoke, he might have been 34, 35. I'm not very clear about it. So what I'm telling is, if the youth of a society joins together to do something, they can do wonders. Me too, at your age, I was elected as the chairman of the Madras Law College. My first entry into public life was that, at the motivation of the great Sri Kamaraj and C. Subramaniam. Names you may not know even. So I'm very happy. These young Indians are doing a brilliant job. But your work is not over with this. I told you, Aishwarya, I told you the other day when you came to meet me. She was saying, my goodness, it's a huge task. We are all waiting for it to be over. I said, take rest for 1 week, but bounce back again. Serve the nation. In Bharata Vidya Bhavan, we have one slogan written there. He knows, Mr. Vidya Prakash, he is one of our governing council member. You know what we have written? Empower the youth to enrich the nation. All empowerment, whether it is a boy or a girl, should ultimately go to enrich the nation. Now look the job you have done. This book, unbelievable. And 100 days is it? Mr. Pavendan was telling, in 100 days, if you could do this much, given more time, how much more you can do. And one thing I want to tell this audience, it's wrong to think that when you involve yourself in some public activity, your personal work suffers. Nothing of that nonsense. It's wrong. If you plan your day well, there is enough and more time to concentrate in your family business or something, and also give some time for social work. So my request to the young Indians, you have happily involved yourself in this organization. And today in India, 65% of our population are youth. If we groom our youth properly, and if we involve them in something like this, they can do wonders. They can do wonders. Even in this very city, there are any number of young people who have achieved big, big things, but they are not celebrated. They are not known even. That's again be something we should do. That is why what I am planning to do, I shared with our friends. This year is a very unique year. This is the 100th death anniversary year of Mahakavi Bharati. So in Bharata Vidya Bhavan, we are planning to honor 10 great young achievers in different fields. And the young Indians have agreed to identify those 10 people. So we are going to do that. So I want to congratulate all of you for the wonderful work you are doing. The civil society has a role to play. Once in 5 years, we go cast a franchise and think that there's somebody to take care of us. Nothing will happen. The civil society has a duty. You and I have a duty. You can't relax at home and comment about everything from United Nations to Coimbatore and do nothing. Take up something like this. Involve yourself in some organization. Any organization of your choice. But see to it that some part of your time, energy and resources is given back to the society. We are all the fortunate ones. We are all the fortunate ones. But this is not the real India. Even after 73 years of freedom, there is still any number of children who have not too sure of their next meal, don't have another pair of clothes to wear, don't have a shelter of their own. What is even worse, nobody to care or share love with them. Things are so bad. You and I have a role to play. Yes, God has been kind to us. We are relatively better off. Can't we give back some of our time? Had not the PSG 4 brothers thought that way, this huge banyan tree would not have come. Can you imagine? 4 brothers meeting and partitioning their fortunes into 5 equal parts and giving one to charity. Unheard of in this country. So my appeal to all you young and old, I could see both. We have a role to play. Age is no bar. Age is no bar. As long as you can move around, keep doing something for the society. I compliment you all for having brought out this book. Unbelievable that this many birds are there in our region. And maybe next edition you'll have 100 more, I guess. So one more homework I have given you, Aishwarya. Record the lives of great men of Coimbatore. This is the job of Bharatiyar University. I was in the syndicate. I've been telling them, they did nothing. But you can do it. If you young people make up your mind, you can do it, I suppose. So record the lives of great achievers in various fields, whether it is industry, agriculture, art, culture, the freedom movement. The freedom movement. A house belonging to G.D. Naidu is there in Podanur, in which Mahatma Gandhi stayed in the year 1934 for 2 days. Now, Mr. G.D. Gopal and myself, we are trying to, create into a memorial. You will all be coming there one day. 2 days Mahatma Gandhi stayed there. And where is that little girl? Mahatma Gandhi stayed in their house. Give a hand for that girl. You have promised to take me there, isn't it? Yes, I look forward. So thank you very much. Wish you all the best. And a lot more to do. And you young people, come forward, take up leadership and try to contribute your best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the enlightening words of wisdom. I hope we can all stand up to your expectations and serve the nation as young Indians. I now call upon Mr. D. Venkatesh, District Forest Officer of Coimbatore Forest Division, who is a 2008 IFS officer. He hails from Virudhunagar district. Mr. Venkatesh was serving as DFO of Dindikal Forest Division, prior to which he served the same post in Kodaikanal Forest Division. We request Mr. Venkatesh to address the gathering.
Good evening to all. As a district forest officer, first I have to say one thing. Nowadays, many people, many meetings also I mentioned the same thing. Nowadays, many people, they are thinking some large animals. So those animals only giving a lot of benefits to the nature. but at the same time, the lesser known species, particularly birds, butterflies, and some lesser known mammals also very, very important to the nature. So in this angle, our Coimbatore Nature CNS, they came and met me and requested to do the bird survey in the Coimbatore Forest Division. So I requested them to do the bird survey in the 4th quarter in the year, because of some bird species available only in the particular season. That's why we can't miss any birds in the area. So by this way, the first edition, around 315 birds they published, but now in the second edition, almost 409, around more number now they brought into that second edition. And the way they brought, already mentioned the Pavendan, Balaji and Mr. Prakash. So, lot of effort you put to bring this book. Not only the others, those contributed their photos. That is a very, very important. Taking the photograph of the birds and the butterfly is a very, very difficult task, I know. And nowadays, the youngsters, as already mentioned, they are very much interested in the taking photographs and going inside the forest. So, nicely, all the photos taken and selected and brought into that book. Just 3 days before only I saw this book. Just I go through 1 or 2 pages. Then I handed over the book to the Mr. Pavendan immediately, because of I will see after getting this book in that function. So anyway, and particularly the designers designed very well. So many books, birds book I have seen, but here somewhat differently designed. So I congratulate all the participants, all the contributors and the publishers and the designers to bring such a wonderful and nice books. And even nowadays youngsters, they can see this book and they can learn a lot of things about the birds. Because of bird is one of the important species to create the nature or to develop the further the nature. Even half an hour I came late because of 6 parakeets I received from the Dindigul. The 6 parakeets they seized from some persons. Illegally they traded in the Dindigul. They removed the feathers. So without feathers I received. But anyway, lot of birds nowadays, particularly the parrots and parakeets, is vulnerable to their lives. And in another 100 years, 12% of the bird species will going to be extinct. Particularly the first priority species going to be extinct is the parrots and the parakeets. Because of the people, they are going to rear the parrots and parakeets in their house as a pet. That is because of that only the birds are illegally traded nowadays. So anyway, such a books will create some awareness about among the public, and by this way the birds to be protected. So congratulations to all publishers, contributors and designers who brought this book very nicely. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Conservation of birds is something we'll definitely remember as we leave the auditorium today. Dr. P. Pramod is the principal scientist at Salim Ali Center for Ornithology and Natural History. He specializes in environmental research and has won the Fulbright Nehru Academic and Professional Excellence Fellowships. Dr. Pramod is spearheading the Nature Education Project at SACON. A trained ornithologist, he has more than 3 decades of experience in the field of nature education and science communication. It is a pleasure having you with us, Dr. Pramod. We request you to address the gathering.
A very good afternoon. Very respected Krishnaraj Vanavarayaraya, the authors of this wonderful book, Dr. Aishwarya, chair of YI, other dignitaries on the dais, and wonderful, extraordinary bird watchers of Coimbatore, and also the people specially invited for today's function. Today is a special day for Coimbatore, particularly for the bird lovers, nature lovers of Coimbatore. This book, this is the second edition. The first edition also was out on a Kovai Vida function. It was still in their memory in the 2015. Now, it's something great. This day marks is definitely in the natural history and the knowledge dissemination about the nature of Coimbatore. Today is a market day. And also, actually when I was looking at 20 years, I just completed 20 years after coming to Sarimali Center and joined. When 20 years back in 2020, when I came and joined, the first thing which I tried to do is to look for some bird watchers. But that's the same kind of people. No? We want to get more into that. I was trying to look into some bird watchers around. I didn't get much. Only 2 people I got. One old man, Ratnam sir, and one more other person. 1 or 2, 3 people there was, and they also are not actively doing any bird watching. Now, this is not the people, all of you know. Coimbatore is proud of having more than 300-400 extraordinary bird watchers, not normal bird watchers, extraordinary bird watchers. And for 2001, I was trying to make a list of how many birds are recorded and what is available in the available literature. That time the number was something like 200 species. Now we are coming up with a book with 409 species. A proud to any district in the country. Any district in the country, 409 species. Tamil Nadu, total number of birds is something like 550 so far recorded, of which 409 species are in the whole world. In India, we have 1,300 species, of which 550 is in India, in Tamil Nadu, of which 409 we have recorded our people, our extraordinary bird watchers. Every day, another day, they come with a proof of photograph. This is a new species, is there seen somewhere. That enthusiasm. And every Saturday, Sunday, there is a team of people, mostly CNS or any other team, will be there on either in one of water bodies or some forest area looking for the birds. And their photographs, amazing photographs. This is something Coimbatore can be really proud of. And Coimbatore, sir, Ayya was talking about the pride of Coimbatore. This is the pride of Coimbatore. Coimbatore people and the love of the people towards nature and the passion which I have seen in the field. Most of the people who are sitting, I know personally, because we have seen in the field with the binoculars and cameras and all. And the passion we have seen, we can see in the field is something extraordinary, and that passion made this possible. People like this, whatever I tell now, from the first in 2000 I saw only 2 or 3, now we have hundreds, 300, 400 bird watchers. The whole credit goes to people like Selvaraj, Pavendan, Balaji, and so many people. Not only they go for their interest of birding, they bring the youngsters, which each one of them, people like Selvaraj is extraordinary because he has made so many people behind birds. And I need, this is that passion to give that spirit of love for nature to the people's mind has to be appreciated. And actually, this Kovai Vida is actually celebrating that love of knowledge, which has been done from the days. I was part of the Kovai Vida from the first edition continuously. Initial, so many nature trucks and all that is happened. Throughout all the editions of Kovai Vila, Kovai Vila, there was an environment group of activity. Always it was very passionately done. And because in the people of Coimbatore, the love of nature is always there. Many times people will ask me why Salim Ali Center is kept in all the way come to Coimbatore from the National Centralized Government Institute. Actually, I don't know what is the reason. But the thing is, one thing, very reason which I can definitely tell is that Coimbatore is a special city with respect to the nature. Coimbatore is a place where, surrounded by hills, within the city we have about more than nearly 9-10 wetlands within the city, water bodies which attracting birds from Siberia, Mongolia, all these places every year. Thousands and thousands of birds coming to our wetlands and water bodies. And this is happening. And this is one city from which you can, within 1 or 2 hours, you can travel to any kind of ecosystem, forest ecosystem you can think about in South India. This is the one city's speciality. This is a very unique city of various reasons. So there is a legacy of the natural history of Coimbatore, and the natural history of Coimbatore is unique, and that is, again, is a pride of Coimbatore. So Kovai Vila, when we are talking about, we are celebrating the pride of Coimbatore. This pride of Coimbatore is not only Sara said, culture, nature, traditions, every aspect it is there. Each of these aspects we need to identify, understand, go deeper into it, and we have to take, as Ayya said, we have to take to the next generation, very coming children, we have to reach out to that. I really appreciate, congratulate YA for that and all the people behind that. This is a wonderful book, mainly because of various, I have written a small forward for it. The mainly thing, this is a next generation field book. You have many people, all of you will be seeing bird field guides, so many bird books you would have seen. I also have seen. There are many uniqueness which Pavindan and Balaji and Prakash explained about this book. There are issues like this iconic representation of the habitat, which I have seen in many other field guides also. But something which is probably I have not yet seen in any other field book is the idea what Aishwarya said is given to that QR code for listening to the bird, which I have not seen anywhere in the place. This is something unique. IT technology is brought into the book. Something extraordinary. It may be a way ahead, a path to see for the other people to follow. People should follow what Coimbatore is doing. So Coimbatore can be proud of. Today, it is a right day. It's a part. Bringing out this book as a part of Coimbatore Vila is a most wonderful thing you have done. Congratulations to all the people who worked on behind it. All the best for you. We will definitely work and enjoy more and more birds coming and working it here. We will also make our neighborhood, urban as well as all surrounding area, it's a wonderful place for the birds to live also. There are, of course, as a part of the development, we are involving in various kind of activities in which birds may not be very happy. We should try to reduce that. We will try to help the birds to come more and more to show us their face. So for that, I hope all of you will work together. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much.
Charming to know that our city has so many bird watchers. Wish over time this only grows, and this book inspires many of the next generation. Our next speaker will be Mr. Bhuminathan. He's a postgraduate in wildlife biology and is currently doing PhD on human-elephant conflict in the Western Ghats, Nilgiris landscape. He is also working as coordinator for wildlife-related research activities in WWF India based in Coimbatore. He has been working over 2 decades on wildlife conservation-related projects in Western Ghats Nilgiris landscape. Mr. Bhuminathan has been coordinating Tamil Nadu synchronized wetland bird count in Coimbatore on behalf of the Coimbatore Forest Division for the past 3 years. He is one of the organizers of Bird and Butterfly Survey in Coimbatore Forest Division, jointly organized by TNFT, CNS, TNBS and WWF India. We request Mr. Bhuminathan to address the gathering.
The ladies and gentlemen and the dignitaries in dais. I'm very proud to be a part of this book release of Coimbatore Birds of Coimbatore, 2nd edition. So, as birds have a very, very important role in the ecosystem, like checking the agricultural pests, and they are, like the seed dispersal, they are creating the forest, and they also pollinate the plants. So many other, so many things are there, good things about birds. We can go on telling about birds, and they are also the indicator of the health of the forest. And certain birds are, their population is been decreasing, and certain, species are increasing. So these are telling something that something is happening within the ecosystem. Like we are talking about the climate change and global warming and all that, also affect their timing and ranges. Like certain areas they would be using in the altitudinal variations and all that, telling that something is happening. So more and more hands requires for this for conservation of birds. And in that way, so Coimbatore is very gifted. Like we have like Dr. Pramod sir said, we have a variety of habitats just next to our city, and there are more than 30 wetlands within this, the suburb of the city, where every day when you see, the wetlands, there are people with the pair of binoculars and cameras, and they are going around. Whether they are able to identify or not, but they are very interested. So more and more people are now into birding, and also so a lot of people from the younger generations. So I really congratulate that the effort of the CNS, Young Indian, and the CII to be to brought out this wonderful book for the people who are interested in the field of conservation of birds. And so this book uniqueness, like the QR code is very, very improvisation of this interest. It will be very useful for the people who listen the call only. Then they can easily attribute to that, and eliminate the misidentification of the birds. So lot of other thing is this book. I just glimpsed through the book, and the photographs are fantastic. So very clear and crystal clear photographs, and so this will be of very useful. So we have seen books which are for the subcontinent level. So where you have to go for the whether this bird is there in this area, and we will have to see the map. But this for the district of Coimbatore, so this book would be of very, very useful, because we don't have to refer all of that, and you can just go to this book, because all of these birds are recorded from the Coimbatore district. And the first edition had only 315 species, and over the 5 years of time from 2015, a huge leap that 409 species in the second edition, and the 400 species is like something like 1/3 of this the India's bird species. And I really congratulate the CNS, Young Indian, and CII for this wonderful effort, and thanking you very much for giving the opportunity.
Mr. Pavendan, Mr. Balaji PB, Mr. Prakash, Mr. Selvaraj, Mr. Vijay Kumar, Mr. Soundar Raj. Ms. Sahitya Selvaraj, Mr. Nishant, Mr. Gandhi Kumar, Dr. Laya Manasa Shriram, Mr. Suresh Babu, and Dr. Sulochana Krishnakumar. We thank you for your valuable contribution to the book, and we are sure that this will be considered a great contribution to the ecology of Coimbatore for years to come. Our last speaker of the day, Mr. Selvaraj PR, a graduate of Coimbatore Institute of Technology in BSc Applied Science, is a partner at RK Engineers Coimbatore of water pump components. As president of the Coimbatore Nature Society, he has been organizing birding trips every Sunday for over 8 years, continuously without a break. He treks in the Western Ghats and has been actively contributing data to ebird.org and has participated in HSBC bird races and helped like-minded nature lovers in these events. He is quite involved in the yearly Great Backyard Bird Count, Asian Waterbird Census, and Bird and Butterfly Census by forest departments. Thank you, sir. We request Mr. Selvaraj to deliver the vote of thanks.
Very good evening to everyone. Thank you. It's really an honor and a privilege for me to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion of the book release function in this Kovai Villa, part of Kovai Villa. First and foremost, I thank Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, our honorable guest, for gracing this occasion with his valuable suggestions in his speech. Definitely we will follow, sir. Thank you for your good suggestions of wisdom. Yeah. I would like to thank our DFO, Mr. Venkatesh, under whom we were doing this forest surveys, yearly and cyclic surveys for the past 2 years. It's very, very valuable to us, and it's very successful also. Thank you, sir, for the same. And my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Aishwarya, whom we met on a few occasions and supporting us throughout the making of this book and giving good suggestions. Thank you very much. And coming to our CNS, I thank our EC members and of course, the entire CNS team. We did a wonderful job. Thank you all. And particularly the authors, Pavendan, Mr. Balaji, and Mr. Prakash. You just, every one of us saw their presentation, and one has to follow or see how they were working. It is unbelievable. Such a short time. Actually, I was with them following. It was very difficult for me in those times, but it's a wonderful job they have done. It's a very hard work. Their time and energy, their dedication is unbelievable. And you can see the output. And also we all supported in content creation. Thanks, the authors. And also I must mention the technical team. We have received the mementos, which was sponsored by our member Satish Senyapan. Thank you, Mr. Satish. So much of these success are to our dedicated team members, the entire CNS team, with their involvement and taking up various studies and challenges, and always ready to help in surveys or whatever ventures we are taking up. But very main thing, I have to thank Dr. Pramod. It's a long association, and he was instrumental in bringing many of us into this field. Before that, we were doing all trekking in the Western Ghats, our Coimbatore Western Ghats. It was a great inspiration. We learned a lot about birding and nature education, which we are continuing till now, and we promise to continue and make the younger generations also to go in this direction, which will eventually result in love for nature and conservation. And of course, many of our previous speakers have talked about the photo contributors. It was an excellent photographs we have here, about 48 photographers. Many of us are here. I must thank them for that valuable photographs for this noble cause, which will eventually go to many nature enthusiasts and nature education itself. And I'm extending my thanks to media persons who are going to cover this event and spreading this message to many Coimbaturians. And I must thank PSG Tech Management for providing this hall to have us a gathering of like-minded people. Last but not the least, I thank everyone here in making this a memorable event. Thank you very much. Yes, I have told, yes. Even sorry if I have missed all other dignitaries, sir, and everybody here. I must thank again. Thank you.
On behalf of Young Indians Coimbatore, we thank everyone for being here with us today. Dr. Krishnaraj Vanavraya has been gracious by gifting each of us a book to carry home. These books will be distributed now. Kindly ensure that you grab a copy before you leave. We request everyone to come to the stage for a group photo.
Want to purchase copies, we have only a very few copies available for sale today. But I request them to contact Mr. Suresh Babu Suresh Babu can please take down their names so that the copies will be, you will be intimated once the copies are available. If there are copies available, you can buy them today. If not, we'll in a week's time, you will get your copies. So please leave your names and numbers. We'll get in touch with you as soon as we get the copies. Thank you very much.